happy new season. How much are you looking forward to it all starting?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Yeah, we've obviously been on a great tour to India and Dubai, and then had a couple of warm-up games which we've been pretty successful in, so that's been good. We've got one more to go, and then the big game starts next Wednesday. Can't wait.
And it's kind of like back-to-back, isn't it? I mean, you don't really get much of a break. But is that quite nice that you're kind of hitting the ground and you're playing kind of 2 days every week, 2 games every week?
Yeah, definitely. The more we play, the less we have to train. So I think everyone's pretty... No, I think the schedule's needed to get busier, I think, for the last couple of years, and we've got more games than ever this year, and I think the more games that we can play, the better. I think there's only so much training you can do. At the end of the day, you want to be out on the park, so the more games the better for us, and it looks a pretty busy schedule, but I think definitely in all the best ways.
I remember speaking to Kate Cross about this a couple of years ago, and she said, I'm almost fed up with training. We train so much and don't play. The balance wasn't right, was it? You're not going to get better as players and as teams if you don't play.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a bit of a happy medium between the women's and the men's schedules would have been pretty good for the last couple of years. But I think, no one wants to train 4 days a week and play once. You want to play a couple of times a week. And, there's a lot more travelling involved now, which I think can be quite tough. But like I said, the more games, the better. You just want to get out on the park and in pressure situations as much as possible.
How's your winter been? What have you been up to?
Yeah, lots of technical stuff. Okay. I've actually been here all winter,
right.
Obviously with the exception of the pre-season tour. But a lot of technical stuff. We've got a new batting coach in Clinton Perrin, and obviously this is Chris Reed's first full winter in charge, so really wanted to tap into their expertise as much as possible. Had a few things bowling-wise definitely that I wanted to work on, so I've just been here, and it's now just taken that from the indoor nets, which is the easy place to do it, into the outdoors. But it's been good. It's been a really good feeling in and around the group, and there's been people dropping in and out. Obviously, we've got a couple of new players, so it's been a great winter. You
mentioned it being Chris's kind of first full winter here. How beneficial do you think that will be going forward this summer?
Yeah, brilliant. I think he obviously came in. I think he started in January, just before the pre-season tour, which was in at the deep end, really going straight into India. But he's got he's got such a brilliant cricket brain. He's such a calm head. Very straight to the point, which I think is exactly what we need. And he's obviously had the whole winter to implement some of the things that he really wants to see out of us this summer. A little bit of a disappointing summer for us last year. So I think, he's obviously changed a few things in and around the squad, and we're really looking forward to hopefully putting that out on the park.
In terms of you personally, last season, how would you assess your campaign?
Yeah, ups and downs. Okay. I think the year before I was really pleased with how I went with the bat, especially in T20s, and was quite disappointed with how I went with the bat in T20s this year. I think sometimes, especially in the short format, it can happen. You just get on a bit of a roll, or you get on a bit of a downward slope, and it's hard to kind of get off the treadmill. But with the ball I was pretty happy. Ups and downs, I'd say. I was, my first year coming to Lancashire was such a high for me. I felt like I played really well, and last year probably not so well. But like I said, I've worked really hard this winter on tweaking a few things, and hopefully I can do that in the pressure situation outside.
I suppose one of the beauties about being an all-rounder is that you've always got a second chance, haven't you? Always got, if you fail with the bat or the ball, you can always come back, can't you?
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I think it can go one or two ways. You either got two things that you really want to do well at, and if one goes badly, you always feel like you've had a bad day. But it's definitely it's the nice thing about being an all-rounder is you get two bites at the cherry. But like I said, I've been working hard on both my bowling and my batting, and so fingers crossed that can pay off.
In terms of the recruitment that's been done by the club as well, just some thoughts on that and what these players will bring? Yeah,
I think Eve Jones coming in, she's such an experienced head. She's such a wise head as well. Brings a lot of calm, but something that we really needed to do is solidify that top order a little bit more. And she scores runs for fun, and she's done it against Lancs a lot. So it'll be really nice to be on the same side of her instead of watching it from the other end. But she's obviously left-handed top order batter, and something that we really needed, a bit of experience in that top order. And then you've obviously got Grace Potts coming in, who's not so nice to face on the indoor nets, but again, we're really looking forward to having her on our side instead of playing against her. And then you've got a bit more of a young gun in Darcy Carter, she's a brilliant young off spinner coming up through the Scottish ranks, and obviously still quite young at this stage, but she really showed some promise on tour, and she's improved loads this winter. So I think 3 really exciting signs there.
And I guess you're sprinkling Katie Mack and Alana King as well. You've got, I mean, it's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not bad overseas together. Yeah, I think obviously K-Mac coming back in from last year. She was fantastic around the group and really hit the ground running with scoring runs. And again, she's that kind of solidifying that top order and a lot of experience coming in. And then I think Alana King kind of speaks for itself. Yeah, one of the best bowlers in the world. I can't wait to work with her. I think she's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, what better place to be a spinner than Emirates Old Trafford?
Got a hat-trick here in the 100, didn't she, last year? Or the year before, was it?
I think it was a couple, it was before I joined Manchester,
Okay,
but yeah,
right.
it was against the original. So
yeah.
it'd be nice to have her on our side for sure.
And I guess you go into this season believing you can try and win a trophy. I mean, I know you've come close. You reached finals day a couple of years ago. I mean, how close can you get, you reckon, this season?
Yeah, I think a big thing that Chris Reed speaks about is expecting to win every game. I think that doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to win every game. I don't think any team ever does. But that real expectation of winning each match and winning a trophy, I think, is something that we really need. You know, like I said, we probably were quite disappointed with how we went last year, and that expectation on winning is something that Chris Reed's now had over a year to implement into us, and something that we really believe going into the season. You know, the aim is to take home 3 trophies, but we'll take 1.
Perfect. Cheers, Fee. Thank you.
Thank you.